What is isolation? Isolation, in psychometric terms, is a very subjective condition. That is, for certain kinds of introverts, there's a state of happiness that goes with not having to deal with people. And for certain kinds of extroverts, there is a sadness in not having enough contact with people. So I am an introvert. Psychometrically, my functions definitely begin with introverted intuition. I am deeply creative, deeply abstract, and that's where the starting point of my personality and my thoughts is, looking at things through that abstract, intuitive lens. I do have within me a desire for time with people I trust, time with people that I am spiritually and emotionally clear with, people I can really connect with on those things, people I can enjoy things that I enjoy with. Those are deeply embedded in me. And being an introvert, as I said before, I can create a lot without people, but I can't recreate very well by myself. So I'm not the most extreme introvert then, obviously, because the most extreme introvert complains about needing to go see people. And the most extreme introvert relishes, here was a week where no one called me. So I'm unusual in that the things that I enjoy tend to be unusual. Museums and science and nature, creation. Um, I love long, abstract conversations about deep topics theologically or psychometrically or scientifically or creatively. Those things really speak to me and feed me internally. Um, Almost the point that you'd say extrovert if somehow had access to people that enjoy those things. Now, once again, not whining. Something that happens with divorce they don't warn you about is that you think it's just a breakup of one relationship. Rather, all the friends you had in common with your former spouse get a sense that they need to pick. I don't know where that sense comes from, but they decide which one of you to pick. And it's usually which one of you is more deeply embedded in whatever subculture you share. But then you will lose huge amounts of friends that were your friends based on the marriage and the family and the whatever subculture you shared, school or sports or church. You will suddenly lose all of those. And so what used to fill your social time, that is your family's friends, will kind of dissipate. Then, just these big spaces of time occur. Now, I work in an industry that has summer vacations. And so, summer vacations I used to spend with, I'm on a summer vacation right now. I used to spend with former family friends. And then the friends I have regular 9 to 5 jobs. So it's a vacation, but it's a vacation where I am being allowed to experience this great depth and tangibility of isolation. I mean, I could stay here and make videos. I could head out to the woods and hike by myself, but it wouldn't change that there's not really a people option for this vacation. I have a dear friend who helped me film a music video in this very studio. I call it a studio loosely. Who is to be referred to as insomniac, who is an extrovert, an ENTP, who experiences the opposite. He's an extrovert who is looking for more isolation, who wishes he didn't have so many social obligations, because people truly seek him out to socialize and befriend. People don't seek me out to socialize and befriend. Once again, no complaining. 99% of all the social activities I've ever had, I've personally engineered. I have personally made invitations. I've personally made the planning and coordinating. I'm not a person people invite to things. I'm not a person people look at and say, there's a person I should make friends with. It generally does not occur. Most of the friends I have sought out and cultivated myself. People don't look at me and say, hey, That's someone I want to make friends with for whatever reason. Also, I recognize that I'm difficult. I recognize that you should not say invite me to watch football. You should not say invite me to go work on cars. Those things are not within my set of interest I can get very interested in. So, you measure isolation in church, friends, romance, and work. In your church situation, assuming most of the people that watch this are believers, and if not, analyze that. Okay, so in those situations, are you making meaningful friendships? I've been in the same place 3 years and made one new friend. I'm very culturally different, and obviously all INTJs apparently have relationship, friendship kind of problems. Friends. I have clusters of friends that I create with. A music cluster of friends, associates, a filmmaking cluster. Do I have people that I can sit down and talk to? And if I am feeling isolated and needing to talk to a person, do I have a friend or friends that I can do that with? The answer at this time is no. Generally, anything I'm experiencing I have to process alone or wait, until somebody has some availability. Please appreciate your time in school, in elementary, junior high, high school, where you see your friends every day. I realize that part of me is just kind of missing that I don't have that there was an amazing convenience to, yeah, my friends are just around, and I could talk to them, and I could play music with them, or I could write a story with them, or I could, fill in the blanks there. Uh, are you making meaningful friendships in the workplace? I am very culturally different than people I work with. That's been very, very, very hard. I look for, can I have a non-contentious relationship with this coworker? That's what I look for, because there are relationships in the workplace that are contentious, whether I do anything or not. Because of cultural differences, cultural and spiritual differences, I can't really put a tamper onto. What the lengthy quarantine taught me is how much I want to have closer, more meaningful connections in my life, and a life that is not emptied of human interaction. Because my life was virtually emptied of human interaction. Although I never missed a Sunday, um, my life was virtually emptied of meaningful social interaction. And therefore, I need closer friendships, but also more time with people doing things that are meaning to me and them. So that's my definition for isolation, subjective as it is. I'm going to resume the next video in a moment. Would you remember, if I've blessed you, encouraged you, or equipped you in any fashion, please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, pray more, complain less.